here. Well, I don't have to say much. I'm Patty Toledo with Over the Hills. Today on video, I'm here with Dero Goi. This is a very special interview because it's the 25th year anniversary of Oomph. And so it's not only for the radio, it's also for the fans. So girls that gave me 200 questions, ta-da! He's here. So the questions are here. It's a secret, he doesn't know. I will start with the lighter ones and go to the heavier and spicier ones.
Looking forward to it.
So, the lighter one. Well, there is rules here. She said that I can't say her name, I have to say that she's the Dero defender and that she will know, you will know who she is.
Alright.
Dero says that the next album is going to be dark. You told me that in the last interview, if you remember. So, then I'd like to know how dark and where is his dark lyrics being drawn off from?
So it's gonna be as dark as it is between my butts, you know?
Cool.
You know, where the sun is no shining.
There.
So, but actually, the sun shines out of my behind sometimes. So, yeah, it's pretty hard to say. It's gonna be darker than the former one, of course. But it's gonna be also fresh and new. So it's kind of like a spicy, sour version of dark.
Sounds interesting. And don't tell me that it's coming from your behind. Where the heck is it? The idea coming?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it smells and tastes like that. But just after long touring.
Oh, I have a perfect gift for you after that then.
What?
We are gonna come for the gift. It's an anniversary, you need gifts. But first, the interview.
Is it a kind of carryable bidet or what?
Something like that. Come. So, Daria Trusova. People, I'm sorry if I say names wrong. Please forgive me. People have the most complicated names ever. Like from Brutsovsk. I can say from somewhere.
Yeah, more consonants than vocals.
Yes, exactly. So how, actually I'm gonna ask the other guys that too later, don't worry. So how do you guys relate to the Russian folklore and the Russian rock bands, and what songs do they know except the Kalinka?
Oh well, by name I just know Tattoo and their songs because this band from Russia made it over here also. So, and we got a famous Schlager star in Germany, it's called Ivan Reprov. I know him also, pretty much. And it's hard for me to, as you said, to recognize and remember the names because it's too heavy to pronounce and to remember. Maybe it's the same for Russians with German names.
Probably.
Yeah.
And German lyrics, that must be hard for them.
Yeah, but they know them really good. You know, it was so great to hear all those beautiful girls and hard boys in Russia singing our songs in German language. It was great. It was amazing.
It's kind of funny that German went all around the world, although it's kind of a hard language to speak, but it's cool.
Seemingly it fits to hard rock music. That's the reason why, I think.
Well, it's a hard language.
Yeah, it's rough, it's edgy, it's, I don't know.
It has
phonetically, I've got the feeling that it's sometimes got to do with Arabian language because of the
No, like Finnish and Japanese. Everybody, the first time I heard Finnish, I thought it was related to Japanese.
Yeah, right.
It sounds kind of...
But actually I think it's related to Hungary, that's right.
So, this question is, you already answered on the internet, but I think because sometimes you answer in English and not everybody understands it properly, she asked again and I think it's valid.
Now I have to answer in German?
Well, she's from Leipzig, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So Mia Sheila from Leipzig, she's asking, what's your favorite drink and why are you a vegetarian? Although I know the answer for that. But.
Yeah, my favorite drink during a tour on stage is water without gas, because it's good when you, in contrast to water with gas, you don't have to throw up on stage. So yeah, and as we all know, human beings are made of water for 65% or whatever. So it's good to drink much water, makes the thinking easier. So yes, sometimes I like juices, like tomato juice, but only on airplanes. Strange. And yeah, I like virgin cocktails without alcohol. So stuff like that. I mean, I'm really open-minded concerning drinks, as long as they don't contain alcohol. It's fine for me. Is there one that I really don't like? I don't know. Yeah, goat milk. Or goat? Do you say goat milk? A goat? Can goat make milk? No.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but there is goat cheese, so.
Goat cheese, yeah.
Yeah,
Goat.
would imagine that there is goat milk.
I thought goat was male.
Yeah, we can start thinking, where does the milk come from?
I don't know. Yeah.
And
Milk of
why
human
are you
kindness.
vegetarian? Why?
For moral, ethical, and environmental reasons. Of course, I started for moral reasons. Later on, I recognized that it's pretty clever also for environmental reasons.
Are you ovo-lacto?
I'm
Do you,
ovo-lacto,
yeah, you eat eggs and cheese still?
Yeah, stuff like that. As long as it's bio quality.
No, we're all vegetarians, so we understand. We're all. How long have you been vegetarian?
For, let's see, since I'm 17. Since I was 17.
Okay, you won. I have been for 8 years. She's a kind of a newbie, 6 months.
Oh, congratulations.
Welcome to the team. If you guys are aware, why the heck I did that? My camera girl is the one that I'm always talking about. Sorry, sometimes I forget people can't see her.
Yeah.
Well, Caroline Vieira from Brazil asked, do you consider yourselves typical Germans in your private lives? Or do you have the 2 decades of touring abroad change you all in personal moments, in relationships and everything? First of all, do you consider yourself typical German at all?
I don't know. I would say I've got typical German aspects within my personality, but other people could say it better than myself, you know. But I would consider myself as a cosmopolitan person. I travel all over the world, and I recognize that there's so many interesting places, people and cultures all over the world. So it would be too narrow-minded and boring to just be in one cultural circle. So I like pretty much some parts of German culture, like sauerkraut. Like for example, the romantic lyricists. Pretty great because it's pretty much like I feel and think, you know, and it's pretty much like our music is. It's like romanticism of Germany. Yeah. And on tour, what was it? Special moments on tour? Or?
No. She just asked if you were on your personal life, your typical German, or you changed with because of course you changed your way by work because you have to work with different cultures all the time. But did it influence you in a way that it changed you in your personal life as well?
I think so. I think everything that happens to me changes me slightly, more or less slightly. So yeah, it's great that way. I mean, if you go through life with open eyes, everything changes you in a way. And I'm not afraid of changes. And I try to reflect all those changes within my personality through my music. So that's a good thing, you know. I think nearly anything concerning the whole universe is about constant change. So, yeah, it's cool. But I can understand why people who are afraid of all those fast changes concerning modern technologies, concerning our modern information society, are afraid a bit of those fast changes, and they need something to rely on, something that protects them, that it does not change at all, like Catholic Church, for example, or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah? And there's many bands who also pretend to remain the same all the time. And this is why many people like. They are conservatives. Even in each freaked out scene, like metal scene, gothic scene, techno scene, whatever, electronic scene, hard rock, hardcore, whatever, emo scene, they are conservatives also in a way, because they dress the same, they don't want their favorite bands to change because they're afraid to lose something.
Yeah, true.
But when it comes to art, it's the boring way to don't change, of course. With Oomph, it's a really risky way that we walk, because when you try to explore new dimensions from album to album, you risk to lose fans. You know, as I said, because there's always a few fans who say, no, this change I cannot understand and I don't feel the music anymore and stuff like that. But if you try to anticipate what fans or the press could think, you become pretty narrow-minded as a musician. That's it. So I don't want to work just to satisfy other people's visions of my music. So I just do it to reflect my certain status of mind, heart, and soul. And if people can feel the same in certain songs, then everything is fine. But if there's some who cannot feel it, then it's also okay. I mean, I cannot await that everybody is developing the same way as I do. Other people develop in different directions, and that's normal, that's okay. But as I said, I don't want to repeat myself within my music. That would be boring.
Then Adrian again, names Adrian Vince from Budapest. He asked, what was the strangest and funniest thing that fans ever did to you or with you? Or she means propose to marriage, try to kidnap, very unusual threats, not the normal things that you thought, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
There were some scary things. I was, you know, there was some guy, I don't know if male or female, who did mock me via internet and just sent me porn pictures with my head on, with eyes cut off and stuff like that. It was really creepy. It was like, I love you, but I'm gonna kill you, stuff like that. So that was really creepy.
What did you do? Did you do something?
I did ignore it, because that's the only way you can deal with it. Because as soon as you feed those trolls, even if they're dangerous, then they go bigger and bigger. So, but it went for 1.5 years or something. So it was not this one again, not this one again. Delete.
Still 1.5 years trying? Oh my God!
Yeah.
It was a persistent one.
Yeah, that's right. But I did ignore it.
How many girls asked them to marry you? You to marry them?
Well, there were a couple of, and
there was one in Russia this time with a Dero marry me.
I thought about to confess with Islam, so wouldn't be a problem to have many.
You have to support all them. You are gonna have to work a lot.
Maybe they could work for me. That would be true emancipation.
True. Like a modern Muslim where the women can work and do.
Modern harem.
Yeah, cool. We can create a new religion.
Yeah. And they could have other musicians beside me, no problem.
Sounds interesting. Oh, so Maria Carolina from Oomph, Brazil, the fan site, she's asking, why do you always work with the theme death? And since the first album, one can find songs on this subject, and it is always a fascinating theme, but do you have a special reason for it?
Well, I think I don't deal only with death. I also deal with life, love, passion, stuff like that. Struggle within your own souls. So death belongs to life, you know, it's unpartable from life. And of course it's about dealing with your own fears. When you face your fears, they become smaller. So I think everybody is afraid of death. So you have to deal with this topic to know about it, just to just to see it in a different angle, from a different angle, in a different light, because death is not a bad thing at all. It defines life. You know, without death, we wouldn't even know that we live, and we wouldn't even have a worthful life, or couldn't even measure how worthy life is. You know. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's like facing your fears.
True. Then, Christina Kevsar from Saratov. She's asking some songs from Oomph touch theme of God. Haha, I told you, there is some touchy ones. What do you think about God? Have you found God, or the Creator doesn't exist, and is it a fiction to manipulate people only?
I'm very thankful that that the Creator of this universe implied the gift of choice. You know, everybody can choose. If you don't want to believe, then don't believe. If you want to believe, then believe. And it's a riddle that cannot be solved, and that's graceful. If there would be a banner across the sky with, "There is a God, here I am," or "There is no God," there was no choice anymore, and there was no freedom of choice anymore. And the real gift is the freedom of choice. You can choose to be bad, you can choose to be good, you can choose to be evil, you can choose to be nice. So it's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, other persons are also involved, but they chose to be what they are themselves. So it's chain reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm happy about that fact, and I believe that there is a higher power. You know, I cannot imagine that it all happened without any sense, because it's too perfectly structured. And I love the riddle that cannot be solved, you know. Our human brain is so limited, you know, and we think that what we think is the ultimate ratio, you know. But as we all know, it's just one way of reflecting life and the whole universe. And we nowadays believe more in science than in transcendental things. And this is also pretty scary in my eyes, because I like mysticism very much, you know. As a child, I liked all those things that I could not explain, and I liked the question marks, you know. That was great, you know. And nowadays society just pretends to have answers on everything, and they put exclamation marks instead of question marks. Maybe this is why I had to form What About Bill, because there's a question mark again, in contrast to the exclamation mark of Oomph.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I like mysticism very much. I cannot imagine to live in a world without any riddles or mystical things. That would be a boring world and a cold world. And but I respect each way of thinking about it. I got atheist friends, I got Muslim friends, or Jewish friends and stuff like that. So as long as everybody respects the opinion of others, I got no problems.
Okay. Then, well, I'm gonna choose one because some people ask like 5 questions at the same time, and we're gonna be here forever, and they're gonna open the door soon. I'm not gonna have Dero for myself anymore. So, one that I thought it was cool is that, well, actually I will try to ask. If you weren't a musician, what would you be? Did you have another plan?
As a kid, I wanted to become a famous football player, of course. That's the cliche for a boy, maybe. But I could imagine also to be a psychologist or whatever, something like that.
Actually, you studied for that. No?
Yeah.
Do you have any ritual before a show? Anything that you do to prepare yourself specifically?
I try to calm down very much, and I have to prepare my voice for a long time, for about 1 hour before a show, and then we all stick together from the band in a circle, and we scream out "Guten Appetit."
Really?
Yeah.
Good. That's a good one. And your advice if anyone would like to start a band?
Well, try to be as open-minded as possible. Try to stick to your own dreams, and never mind of critics. I mean, don't take them too seriously, but try to reflect it. Maybe there's some truth behind some critics, but stick to yourself. Try to develop, and don't ask too much of yourself, because nowadays society suggests that try to show on TV that it's really important to be as fast as possible, as famous as possible, and that's not possible in my eyes. You have to work hard to get your fan base, you know. You have to tour a lot, and it has to be a natural process and a healthy growing, you know. If it happens too fast, it's not good for the character. So yeah, I think it's pretty important to go through good times and bad times with your band or your project. That forms your character, like it is with relationships, you know. You know that you found someone really special and really caring if you can go with him or her through good and even bad times. So yeah, that's it. And it's not a bad thing to lose or to fail, because you can learn from it. You only can learn from mistakes. So it's really important to make your own mistakes. You have the right to make your own mistakes.
Okay. Then, if you could have your perfect day, what would it be?
Perfect day? Well, it depends on my mood. I mean, if I'm stressed, then I want to be immediately on the Maldives. If it's boring there, I want to be immediately in Manhattan. Something like that. So it would be great to have this beaming thing of Star Trek, you know?
You can go to one place and...
Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, and if I want to see beautiful girls, beam me to Russia. And stuff like that. Or to Brazil, or to Finland.
Yeah, now he's correcting you. Then, loyalty and sense of humor. I'm terrible. These questions are from Piki, from UK.
Okay.
Frau Piki, but she told me not to say the Frau. So, loyalty and sense of humor are two of the most important things to her. So what are your top two qualities
Mine.
that you would like, that you like in other people?
Well. Yeah, I think it's very important to don't take yourself too seriously. So a certain sense of humor is needed. Yeah, of course. And the loyalty, of course. Yeah, it's really important to have it also. But if you put them too high, like a statue, then it's unreachable. You know, it's like having the vision of a perfect character, and so you can be disappointed from yourself pretty early when you have this always in mind. You know, you have to keep in mind that you make mistakes, that you cannot always be as loyal as possible, that you cannot always be as funny as possible and stuff like that. So yeah, but those are two main aspects that I really also appreciate very much. But yeah, freedom, caring, the ability to learn, and the guts to change and evolve.
I think for me is the ability to say I'm sorry. I think a lot of people have difficulty to realize that it's not making the mistakes that is the problem, is actually realizing the mistake and going.
Really hard indeed, even for me. That's it. Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
Sure. Now, are you ready for this one? Still picky. She's an artist and she's looking for a gentleman to pose for her next painting. So she was wondering if one of you guys, and I'm gonna ask the other ones too, I promise, would be kind and brave to volunteer to pose naked for her.
Completely naked.
Completely
Porn
naked.
style.
Porn
Or
style.
like this.
Like I think Greek posing. I think she is a serious artist.
Yeah. So if she would not make my penis as small as it is on the stages of the Greek stages, she can lie, of course. She can make it as long as possible, but not that small as it is with those ancient statues. It's shameful.
So are you saying yes?
Yeah, if she could lie with her work, yeah, why not?
Okay, I give her.
She could make me a 6-pack and a 15-inch dick and stuff like that.
Okay, I give her email afterwards. She actually means it. She is serious about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
To lie with it. Okay,
No,
that's
to
great.
do it. You know you're putting yourself in trouble, right?
Yeah, that's right. Trouble.
Then this is the last one, and then I'm gonna start the gifts. So Veronica Mikushkina. I told it.
Mikushkina.
Yeah,
Mikushkina.
but I said it right the first time in Russia, and now I can't do it anymore. From Belarus says, why you don't make a film about the concerts, like showing the hotel backstage,
right.
how you prepare for the rehearsals, everything.
Yeah, maybe we do it next time. Why not?
Would be a good idea, right?
Yeah. But maybe too boring for the fans. To see us making yoga before the
Half
game.
an hour,
Stuff like that.
oh, maybe they do it along.
Pass me my biological tomato juice, please.
But then, don't move, because she actually sent a gift from Belarus to my house so I could give it to you.
Oh.
And I have to pick it up. And there is a message with it, so I have to try to do it really right. I will try not to mess it up, Veronica. She says like this. She says, she congratulates you for such a great anniversary and wish prosperity and to stay so positive, like a positive band. She's asking sorry for the absolute buy now present without postcard or wrap because it was like this. But these are photos from her city in Mogilev on the plate.
Great.
And she would like me to remind you that there is at least one person who really appreciates you and your music.
Thank you very much indeed. Спасибо.
Okay. And then we have a gift for you. Actually, we have gifts for the whole band. There are some gifts that I have to give for the whole band because it's not gonna be as funny if I don't give to the band.
All right.
Or should we give just to him? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, first, I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
You can show to the boys afterwards, or we can do the session again. I don't know. So, after 25 years, we thought what would be the perfect gift. So we started thinking that it must be really hard to eat on the road, and I know that you really like the cosmonaut. So we bought you astronaut food.
Oh, great. That's really cool.
So you can, when you're on the road, you always have like strawberries and cookies as gifts. Like
That's nice. Never seen this before.
And they said that it tastes really good. We also thought that it must be really cold, like on the night bus, traveling, and you complained that you got cold, and so we got you an astronaut blanket.
Oh, that's great.
So
That's cool.
you can actually wrap yourself, and it's very thin, so it's supposed to make you really, really warm.
That's nice. You can even use it against alien thinking.
Yes,
you know, like
exactly.
From outer space. If someone wants to manipulate your mind,
Yes.
and wrap your hat with it.
See, he has ideas already. And then for the things that come from your behind and from the behind of all the boys from Oomph all together.
A senior diaper.
A fart extinguisher.
That's great. That's cool.
We thought like, Flux, come,
But my thoughts actually smell like rose water.
come here just a little bit. No, give me 2 minutes, sit here and we wrap. I promise, I have to give you the gift. Hi!
Hi.
So, sit. We give you gifts.
Oh no!
So, we
Is it
brought,
Christmas?
kind of, 25 years anniversary.
That's
So,
the reason.
astronaut food, if you get hungry on the road.
That's great, huh?
Is it real? Or
Yes,
just-
it's real. You can actually eat it and it's really good.
No, I mean, is it real astronaut?
Yeah,
food
Yes,
or
it
just
is.
a
It is.
promotion?
No, it is real
Yeah.
astronaut food from
It's great, huh?
NASA.
Cookies, cream, ice cream, and it's vegetarian.
Yes.
Cool.
And
Thank you.
A space blanket if you get cold. And we actually got just one because there was a joke. We thought like nothing unites the band more together than 3 guys under a space blanket.
Yeah, that's great. We can stick together
I will take
naked
it. It's good for after running.
after and running.
Cool out.
No. And
Great.
too many boys on the bus together. You need a fart extinguisher.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Mine smell like rose water.
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, okay, we have real gifts. So I'm gonna
What do you
start.
mean real? This is real.
No,
I can touch it. It's
Yeah, but we
real.
have like really. We asked to make this for you. This is for Fred, and this is for you
Thank you.
for the 25
Oh,
years.
it's a click.
It's a silver plate with your name and.
He has a
logo.
microphone.
That's
No,
great.
he has a tuning fork that actually it's tuned for the voice.
That's great. I love that. Thank you very much.
So you remember us.
Thank you very
and
much.
you can celebrate your 25 years anniversary.
That's nice. Don't get
It's
it
not
over.
the right shirt for it. But
That's nice. Thank you very much indeed. Does it work?
Yes, it does.
I will wear it, make a topless photo with it, and post it. Yeah.
So he can be the model for the artist.
No, also.
There's an artist.
they
knows,
need a penis model or with a long dick.
So they
No, she wants.
So
She's
they
an
do not ask
artist.
you.
She wants nude. Wants you guys to pose nude for her.